The 2008 movie of the year, The Dark Knight, had everyone going.
Hey, Batman. I live in the shadows. Justice. Forgot them!
But what made The Dark Knight more unique than other superhero movies of its time?
Welcome to Critics Corner, and today we are doing movie reviews. And as has been introduced by
Tayo.
Nax, we are reviewing The Dark Knight today, and we have
We have a lot of points, up to 5 points, that makes The Dark Knight more unique than other superheroes of his time and maybe after his time.
let's go to the video, please.
The Dark Knight stands out as one of the most transformative and unique superhero movies, largely because it refused to play the conventional role of the genre of that time. Now, here are the key elements that make it unique and different from other movies of its time, other superhero movies of its time. Number one, The Dark Knight was treated as a crime thriller, not just a comic book.
Yes. I did not watch any superhero movie from the year 2000 to 2010 because of that. But I enjoyed Dark Knight.
Dark Knight was interesting, and the producer Nolan modeled it after some intense crime epics like Heat. If you are older than 2008, you probably know that movie.
We don't know that movie.
You don't know that movie.
We are speaking from the script.
Yes. Secondly, The Dark Knight followed Heath Ledger's iconic, unpredictable Joker.
Yes.
The villain of the movie, Joker, was so unpredictable that logic was lost.
Yes. There's no logic to Joker.
There's no logic
Joker.
to Joker.
Even when he explains himself, you don't understand. Because why will you be a villain? Just because you want to prove that other people can be a villain.
And I'm going to add this point to it. For a movie of 18 years now, it is far better than some movies that came out 2025. And I stand by my word.
Not 2025, let's be specific. 2023. The Flash.
It is far better than it because the cutscenes, the graphics, the resolution, the the sponsors too. The graphics, the resolution, the scripts writing, the costumes, the story, everything is
We'll come back to that costume.
better, far better than some movies we have today.
The Flash 2023.
He's a hater, but like, yeah, they far better.
He's not a fan either.
That was my point. The third point we have on the script says the character-driven storytelling over plot devices, and I don't know what that means.
This guy is stupid. Okay. Let me explain that as a writer. The plot was the characters. It was more like instead of watching a story that was written out and the characters were put in, we were watching the character's life. There was no real actual plot like this is how this is supposed to happen. We're just watching the character's life. That's what that means.
Right. So there's another point here. Apart from other superhero movies that I have watched, that I know of from I was able to read and write, The Dark Knight never had a conventional happy ending.
Movie started with a gunfight and ended with the Dark Knight being framed for killing.
Yes. There is no happy ending. Other superhero movies end with superhero
Saving
beats
day.
beats the villain, save the day,
And fanfare music. Pom pom.
and falls in love with is a white girl that does not deserve love. It always
Did you just talk about Louis Lee?
it always ends in them living happy ever after. But the Dark Knight, at the end of the movie, the Dark Knight was actually running. Yes, Batman is Dark Knight. He was running away because he was framed for killing someone. That's how epic the movie is. So the Dark Knight didn't just raise the bar; it rebuilt the genre of spiral movies, showing it that everything should not be about saving the day. At times, some villains need credit. Joker, shout out to Joker. He was mad in the movie. He was like, yeah.
Another very valid point. Batman did not wear his underwear outside.
Yes, and I stand by that because the new Superman movie that came out 2025, I will say this to the producer and the whole DC universe. Please do not disrespect the greatest hero ever to come to Earth. Do not disrespect him, please, by wearing him underwear under his cape. This is 2025. We don't wear pants anymore.
Wait, they did that?
Yes.
I've not watched the movie. Now I'm just going to go watch to laugh. Why?
He wore red pants. Why?
Also, he stopped the Dark Knight removed that flashy colors for his superhero.
Yes, they
They
made
don't
it
give him black.
black. Actually, the name fits the Dark Knight. He's black. Yeah, he fits everything. Um, yeah. People should stop giving superheroes pants to wear. Stop it, please. Why can't superhero wear jeans and shirts? Just give him the powers won't run in the cape, man. Apart from Batman, he needs his cape. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the only person that.
Or Iron Man. I don't support
Iron Man
I don't support
with a cape.
not like I mean it's spiral suit. So I don't support multiverse wars, please. DC fans, Marvel fans, don't come for it. Where are we?
Wait, wait, wait.
We're making the movie to be where were we saying?
I knew this was going to happen. Since yesterday, I knew that this was going to happen. That we'll be in the middle of filming and going to ask where we
Where are we now?
just stop. What was the last thing you said? I don't remember either. Let's just continue for wherever you remember.
If you have watched the Dark Knight, you will still notice that there was less CGI.
Actually, good point. Because I read it behind the scene interview. You remember that scene where the truck fell?
Yeah.
They actually made like
The
a truck
Yes,
prop
the truck prop turned it upside down.
guy. The director was crazy.
And this movie is 18 years old. As
The
of
director was
2026.
crazy.
As of 2026, this movie is 18 years old. Now let's talk about the movie that came out 2 years ago, 2024. It is The Thunderman. The Thunderman, the movie had more CGI than God, it was so bad. No hate. I love Thundermans. They are childhood heroes. You watch them in Nickelodeon, but Nickelodeon had to do it better. The movie, the CGI in the movie was so bad. It made the movie so fake. What do you mean telekinesis works outside a glass panel? They were locked in a glass panel. He used telekinesis. It worked. The thing was not okay. It will work, maybe. I don't know if it works. The thing was just wobbling in the air. Why? The first part that annoyed me when I started watching the movie, when Thunderman started and the meteor was falling down to earth, and bro,
It was so obvious that
he just punched it and everything was just flying everywhere. I'm like, did you record this in 1992? And you just put it back like, no, no. That was the movie that came out 2 years ago. And if you compare it to The Dark Knight, although you cannot compare it to The Dark Knight, because The Dark Knight is like,
for a mature audience.
yes, DC and stuff. Thundermans were made for a much younger audience. But like
3 years
people,
plus.
the people that watched Thundermans like 2016, they now watched the movie 2024 would know that it's there is no but now if you are watching The Dark Knight as of now, if you watch The Dark Knight now, you will never know that that movie, if they did not tell you, you will not know that that movie was made in 2008. Exactly 18 years ago when that movie was made, 2008. If you watch other Batman movies, it's even somehow better than that. I now see why one movie of the year in 2008. I don't understand why. The CGI was so minimal. It was everything was acted. Most of the things were acted.
Everything was acted. All the stunts. All the
Nah, they
stunts.
did well.
in the-
They did well in the story.
You just have to bring that up. You just have to bring up the Thundermans movie.
I
I have tried my best to avoid everything related to. I watched the movie, and I've tried my best to avoid any talk related to that movie. If I just see a video, I just skip. I'll not watch it. I don't want to kill my Thunderman spirit, please. Like that child is still there. It's still there. But you have to bring up that movie. Well, the Henry Danger movie. This is the Thunderman movie.
that would be a video for later. Watch out for it because I'm in for everything. Nickelodeon should do better, please.
Anyways, I think we're going to stop here.
Yeah, because I've run out of points. But just know that that is one of the best movies ever. One of the best. And many other superhero shows have tried to copy the dark and gritty style of the Dark Knight, but unsuccessfully they failed.
Example.
Eh?
Example that failed to copy.
There are many, bro. I don't want to see.
And
I don't-
I did not notice.
I don't want that. I don't want Marvel fans to come for me. I don't want Marvel fans to come for me.
Those people.
But there's a guy that looks like our guy in Marvel. You know the guy. He wears white cape. He's from Egypt. That guy. He works under the moon. So I don't want to say anything.
Why did you add that?
Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe.
Arigatou gozaimasu.